besties, welcome to my channel. And if you're just coming across my page for the first time, my name is Omomi. I'm a virtual assistant and a coach, and I help people become successful virtual assistants and land remote jobs. Today we are going to be diving into a very serious topic. If you're a travel planner, VA, or you want to venture into planning travel as a virtual assistant, this video is for you. But before I actually go into today's video, in my previous video, I actually told you guys I'm going to be selecting a winner that will actually join my Cohort virtual assistant training for free. So if you actually participated in the challenge, I want you to watch this video till the very end, because I actually want to be fair in choosing people, because I know a lot of you are under the comment section. So what I told my social media manager is that I want her to select randomly, and in any part of this video, she should put the screenshot of the winner. So which means you need to watch till the very end so you can know if you are the winner. So congratulations to the winner in advance, because I don't know exactly. And if you are the winner, you need to claim this offer in the next 5 working days. Yes, the next 5 working days. And after that, you may actually forfeit that. So guys, without wasting much of our time, let's dive into today's video. In my last video, I actually taught you guys how to monetize your skills as a travel planner. And today, I'm going to be sharing what clients expect from you when they ask you to plan their trip. And I'll also show you how to land remote jobs as a travel planner. I'm going to be giving you the real secret that helped me succeed in this niche, because I have several experience working with luxury travel company in the US, in Australia. I've planned trips for CEOs, for friends, and even for groups. So everything I'm sharing today is based on real experience. And at the end of this video, you're going to learn how to pitch yourself and how to land a remote job as a travel planner. Travel planning is a niche that people are not really focusing on. And a lot of you are in my DM saying, I want to be a travel planner, but I don't know how to search for this job. I don't know how to do this. So today I'm going to be telling you how to succeed, what a client expects from you first. And we're also going to be diving into how to land that remote jobs as a travel planner, because it's a very rare skill. You get what I'm saying? Not that people are not doing it, but people are not really focusing on it like that. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you all the secrets. So I want you to watch till the very end. So let's start with the basics. Who exactly is a travel planner and what do they do? Guys, a travel planner is someone who helps clients organize and manage every part of their trip, from booking flights, accommodation, airport pickup, activities, creating daily itineraries, and sometimes even handling their travel insurance and visa process. The plan is to actually remove the stress from the client and make sure everything is well planned out. And guys, you are not just booking flights, you are creating a smooth experience from start to finish. And that is why clients actually pay well for it, especially if you are very lucky to work with busy executives, solo entrepreneurs, families, and even travel companies. That is why it's very important. As a travel planner, you need to be able to think on your feet. You need to be able to pay attention to details. You need to be able to catch that error. So guys, now let's go into how to do this work well and how to turn it into a profitable remote job. So guys, now I'm going to be explaining to you like a pre-2 student. Let me put it that way. So if you are looking to get hired as a travel planner, the very first thing you want to do is to understand the country that the client wants to go. It might either be a vacation or business trip, anything. The very first thing you want to understand is the country. Okay, which country are you going to? If your client says, oh, I'm going to Mexico, the next thing you want to confirm with them is, what is your budget? Do you have any city in mind that you want to go to? If not, you want to make research about the best city for vacation in that particular country, in Mexico, you get? And you also want to confirm the travel date. You want to confirm the budget. You want to confirm the city. All these things are very important. And after you've gotten all this information, because most people that are going to be planning travels for, especially if they are from the US, Australia, they don't really need more of visa processing, because their passport is very strong. They just need to pick up their passport and do what? And just travel. But in a situation whereby they need visa, you just need to go online and search for requirements. Go to the embassy of that particular country. What do they need if this particular person is traveling from that country? And most times they already have their visa, like some people that actually help them with visa. But they can just ask you to actually make research about the visa requirements. You get what I'm saying? So they might actually need your help with that. So you just need to go and make that research. So now, how do you plan the trips? Because I don't know, I'm trying to make sure that you people understand what I'm trying to say, so that it can actually sink in. Yep. Okay, so let's take it one step at a time. The moment you know the client's budget, the very first thing you want to do is to check the flight. Booking of flights come first. Now, how do you ensure that you get an affordable flight? And that's why it is important to know your client preference. Ask your client, do you want to fly first class, economy, or business class? You want to know that first. Then after that, you want to make your research about the flights. Go on Google Flights, go on Skyscanner, go on Kiwi.com. We have several sites you can actually check this flight. So you want to ask them what is the nearest airport to your house, because if you are searching for all these flights, you need to search from the closest international airport. So you need to ask the client which city are you, so you can know the international airport that is actually closer. So you have your departure flight from the country, and I'm going to put this like yes, where you're flying from and where you are going to. You guys know what I'm saying. Select the travel date and try to compare prices from different websites. Don't just say, I've gone to Skyscanner, this is the price. No, check several websites. Several websites will actually tell you the airline that is flying to that particular country from US. Let's say your client is from US, so that we don't confuse ourselves. And you've checked from JFK to Mexico or to Cancun, and you see that most of the airline that is actually flying to Mexico from New York is actually, let's say, British Airline. And if you compare pricing from different websites, the next thing you want to do is to go directly to that airline website and try to compare pricing. And most times it might be very, very cheaper. So you actually want to ensure that you actually make your research very well and provide your client with the most affordable one. And try to avoid layover as much as possible. That's why I always say that as a travel planner, if you really want to enjoy this thing, travel to a neighboring country, take flight so that you can understand how all this thing works. After you've booked the flight, then the next thing you want to do is booking accommodation. And this is where it gets tricky. Ensure that it is the day that your client will land that you start booking the accommodation from. Let's assume that your client will land in Mexico, let's say June 6th. Then you need to book the accommodation to start from June 6th. You get what I'm saying? So before you book the accommodation, there are several things you want to check. You want to ensure that the hotel, the accommodation you actually want to book for your client is in a safe environment. You want to ensure that the hotel has the amenities that your client is looking for. Some clients might tell you that I want an hotel that it is breakfast included, that has strong internet connections, that has pool, that has gym. They will have the requirements. So you want to make your research about that particular hotel. Like we have several hotels. Just ensure that you check the best one. And if your client is the type that wants 5-star hotel, 4-star hotel, just ensure that you look for that, and it should still be within the budget. And whenever you are booking this accommodation, ensure that the accommodation has good review. It is in the city center, because it doesn't make sense if most of the activities that your client actually wants to do is in, let's use Nigeria as an example, is actually in Lagos, and you're booking accommodation in Ibadan or in Osogbo. It doesn't make any sense. You want to ensure that your client is staying at the city center, and it will be very easy for him or her to actually access all the activities, and ensure that the hotel has good reviews. People are saying good thing about the hotel. Ensure that the area is safe. It's very, very important. In fact, you need to make research about the country and get to understand the red zone of that country, so that you will not suggest your client to actually go there. It's like your client saying your client wants to come to Nigeria now, and Lagos is there, Abuja is there, and you're saying go to Maiduguri or go to Kano. It doesn't make any sense. You need to be able to advise your clients accordingly. So if you want to book accommodation, it should be within the city center. And the next thing actually do with what? The airport transportation. Yes. Which means if your client actually land in Mexico today, the driver that is actually going to drive from the airport to the hotel, yes, that's what we call airport transportation. That's why I said this is actually a Premier 2 class. And one of the best things you can actually do is that the moment you actually book the accommodation, talk to them at that hotel like, hey, my client is actually coming to your hotel on this date and this date. Do you have a transportation company, or do you have a driver that can actually pick my client up from the airport to your hotel? Because that is the safest way in which you can actually, ensure that your client is safe. And if your hotel is saying that, oh no, we don't have pickup services, the next thing you want to do is to search for reliable transport company in that airport. You want to ensure you do that. Am I communicating? So that you know that your client is actually secure, and you need to provide your client's flight details to the driver so that they can actually track the flight as well, and they will know how to pick them up. So you need to ask for the driver's number. You need to ask for where will my client meet you if my client lands, all this necessary information, so that you actually tell your client that the moment you land, go to this terminal, you actually see your driver holding a placard with your name. Your driver should be able to give you all the details, so that it will be very, very easy for your client to actually locate the driver when he or she lands in that country. And the next one is activities. My dear, you don't just book activities because you just want to plan a trip. You need to ensure the type of activities that your client enjoy. If your client is the type that love testing foods, like love eating, food tours, you need to book that one. If your client is the type that love clubbing, you want to ensure that clubbing is part of the activities. If your client is the type that love water activities, ensure that all these things are there. We have several websites you can actually check out to actually check all these activities. We have Airbnb Experience, we have Viators, Get Your Guys, so you can actually check a lot of activities there. And another one you can actually do is to actually talk to local tour operators in that country to actually, give you some suggestion on the best activities that your clients can enjoy. Because we have some countries that they have some basic activities that tourists will actually enjoy, you actually want to use that as well. You understand when you're planning the trips. Now, you have to put all these things together and provide to your client. That is when building the itinerary actually comes in. And when it comes to building itinerary, you want to provide all the options for the accommodation, all the options for flights, all the options for the activities, and your client needs to approve them. Once your client approve them, that is when you now need to now build the itinerary from scratch. Now, how do you build the itinerary? This is where you need to get it right as a travel planner. Number one, you should be able to coordinate the pickup from your client's house to the airport. Yes. Now, if your client actually land in that Cancun or wherever she or she is going, the transport from the airport to the hotel, everything needs to be in that itinerary. All the details, the driver's number, where the driver will actually meet her, everything should be there. If your client arrives in Mexico in the morning, you want to ensure that your client uses the rest of the day to actually rest, and you can now plan activities at night. If your client actually arrives in the evening, you want to ensure that your clients sleep very well. And normally, activities should start the next day so that your client will be able to rest and relax. You get what I'm saying? So now, when you're planning the day-to-day activities, you want to ensure that in your day-to-day itinerary, there is breakfast, there is tour. And before your client actually go to the tour, you want to ensure that you book a transportation from the hotel to the tour, unless the tour guide will be the one to come and pick your client up and drop your client. Then you need to think of your client's lunch, dinner, evening activities. Like, you need to be able to envisage what your client wants. Closest restaurant, you want to provide that options. Like, okay, if you don't want to eat at the hotel today, we have this closest restaurant. You can just walk there, or you can just take a ride from this place to this place. All this thing needs to be there. That is why it's very, very important. As a travel planner, you need to pay attention to detail. Am I communicating? Now, let's talk about how to land remote job as a travel planner. If you're actually enjoying this video, please do not forget to subscribe, to give it a thumbs up, and comment in the comment section. If you have any question, feel free to ask me. If you have any other topic you actually want me to actually cover, please put it in the comment section, because you people are the source of my content, because it's what you guys are asking for that I'm actually creating content about. Because I want to be sure that I'm giving you guys what you truly want. You guys get what I'm saying? Now, let's talk about how you can actually land a remote job as a travel planner. See, most of the websites are actually going to be checking. Most of them will not have travel planners. That is just the truth. Now, how can you stand out? Number one, you can actually go to Upwork and create an account as a travel planner. You're actually going to get jobs or not. But if you actually want to fast this thing, you need to reach out to travel companies in several countries. We have US, we have Canada, we have Germany, we have Australia. Reach out to all these travel agencies, all these tour operators. Reach out to them. Now, you're a travel planner, you've planned trip before. So the trick to this thing is that you need to go and build an itinerary. You can actually use Travify, or you use Canva to plan an imaginary trip. Just ensure that the trip is actually making sense. And whenever you're actually sending that code emails like, hey, I'm reaching out because I would love to work with your company as a travel planner. I've worked with several, let's say, individuals to plan their travels, and I really, really want to up my game and work with you. Even if you are looking for internship, then you can tell them this is actually the link to the trip I've actually planned in the past, so that you can actually check it for your reference. So reach out to all these companies. We have companies in the US, in Canada. People are not doing this. People are not reaching out to them. We have luxury travel companies that you can reach out to. And there is no way you reach out to at least 50 and you will not get response for at least 10 or 15 people. And travel planners make a lot of money. The minimum I will charge you if I want to plan trips for you is $20 per hour. That's the minimum. And we have travel planners that earn as much as $2,000, $3,000 per month. You're able to work with a travel company. So guys, you actually want to use this avenue, like ensure that you are up your game. That's just what I'm going to tell you. Do you get what I'm saying? So let me know if you actually find this video helpful, and if you do not forget to subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and actually put the comments down below. And congratulations to the winner of our Cohort virtual assistant. I think what I'm going to be doing right now is that I'm going to be choosing one of my top fans here on YouTube every month. So this will actually be like an act of appreciation to you guys and for loving my video. And guys, I'll see you in my next video. You're welcome.